Good morning, my friends, and second part of our Blackrock Mountain coverage for the cards. I haven't talked about the Dragon Egg and the Dragonkin Sorcerer yet, and also I forget about the Axe Flinger and the Lava Shock, which I don't think. Well, the Axe Flinger is great, the Lava Shock is mediocre, but we're going to cover the Dragon Egg and the Dragonkin Sorcerer now, starting with the Dragon Egg, I would say, which is a 1-cost card, 0-2, and the effect is whenever this minion takes damage, summon a 2/1 whelp. This is an awesome Nerubian Egg somewhere, because it is costs 1. This makes it so amazing. I mean, the Nerubian Egg is 2 and needs to die to trigger. The Dragon Egg just needs to get damaged. And that's actually easier to achieve than killing your Nerubian Egg. I mean, you can do the same thing as with the Nerubian Egg. Power Overwhelm it, Abusive Sergeant, whatsoever. But you can also taunt it up, and in difference of the Nerubian Egg, if it gets already 1 damage from whatever, Deathbite or so on, it summons a 2/1. So this is pretty cool, and it's not like, it gets damaged, it gets summoned, and then the Wowan kills it still. No, Wowan would hit it, and a 2/1 gets summoned. I mean, the 2/1 ain't that strong, but you can work with Elven Archers. I mean, Dragon Egg, Elven Archer. You can, Shattered Sun Cleric it up, make it a 1/3, you can get even more damage. You can play turn 1 Dragon Egg, or Dragon Egg, coin Dragon Egg, into Unstable Ghoul. Unstable Ghoul explodes, palm 2/1s, and you taunt those up. I mean, Dragon Eggs in combination with a Sword of Justice, for example. Whenever this minion takes damage, summon. They should be the buff from the Sword of Justice, for example. That can be super interesting. The Dragon Egg is definitely something to consider just because it's a 1-drop. If it would cost 2 and be a 0/3, for example, I wouldn't think it's that great. But for a 1-drop, it just fits perfectly in the Rush theme, or not even the Rush theme. You can play it in a low minion token turret with Power of the Wild. I mean, the Dragon Egg Power of the Wild itself is a 1/3, already cool. But the Dragon Egg summoning 2 minions and then Power of the Wild, that's even more amazing. I mean, let's just be strange and say you play Dragon Egg into Elven Archer, or into Elven Archer, Power of the Wild, Elven Archer, for example. Just like some strange thing. I mean, you can Dragon Egg, Mark of the Wild. That's a 2/4 minion for 3 in combination, but turn 2, for example. A 2/4 minion with taunt that summons 2/1, which can't be killed by the weapon from a rogue or by the druid hero ability. By a mage still, but it's absolutely something to consider and to build some great combos. And it fits like the dragon theme. I would assume that the 2/1 whelplings are dragons somewhere. So you have a dragon synergy there. And also the next card, Dragonkin Sorcerer, which is just mind-blowing amazing. I mean, you thought the 5/6 dragon for 4 is great? It is. But you think the Dragonkin Sorcerer is amazing? Oh yeah, hell yeah, I do love that. Whenever you target this minion with a spell, gain +1/+1. So here comes the interesting thing. First comment I read in the internet was, wow, his powered shield, he's so amazing. That's true. But have you thought about smaller cards that are even more amazing? What about spare parts? Dragonkin Sorcerer into spare parts. Give him +1 attack. Oh, give him +2/+1. Give him taunt. Oh, give him +1/+1. Reversing switch. Make him a 6/4 minion. What? So with all the spare parts, give him +1 health. Oh yeah, make him a 5/7. 5/6/7. Yeah, make him a 5/7. So if you play the Dragonkin Sorcerer actually as a neutral minion and something with mechs, with spare parts, Toshley, whatsoever, he's absolutely great in late game. You can do some awesome stuff with it. But the thing is, you need to target it. So global spells like a whirlwind or whatsoever is not targeting it. That's random or whatsoever. But the Dragonkin Sorcerer getting targeted by, like, as I said, spare parts and stuff like that is just amazing. I mean, you could play him in a mage together with that, make adjacent minions immune to spells and whatsoever. You could avoid getting sapped or something like that, but that's just additional. He's absolutely great. You can make some really cool stuff with him, and I think he will be one of the newer 4-drops, especially because he's a dragon. I mean, him together in a hand with Red Black Hand definitely makes sense, holding a dragon stuff, but as a 4-drop, and you can buff him so good. I mean, you have like the 2/1s, the 2/1 mechs. You have the Tinkertown Technician, there would be already 2 spare parts. You play him turn 4, turn 5 is already pam pam. Or you play Mechanical Yeti before and then turn 5 Dragonkin Sorcerer into a spare part instantly. He's a 4/7, he's a 6/4, he's a 4/6, just simple that. Or you just freeze him, but that would make sense. But the Dragonkin Sorcerer is absolutely great. There are so many cards to buff, and Valen's chosen on that guy, and he just goes through the roof. And that's only some of the combos. Definitely looking forward to play those cards. Blackrock Mountain promises to be interesting, to shake up the meta, to bring new cards in. I mean, the old cards aren't bad. That guy can get silenced. That guy can get executed. That guy can get crushed. So they're still sapped, as I said, sabotaged, assassinated, whatsoever. They're actually still easy to kill, but there is a thing. You can create amazing minions out of nowhere. And that is what makes those guys so interesting. I mean, you cannot backstab that guy. You do only 1 damage because you give him +1/+1. So you would backstab him, you would eviscerate him, and now there's the question. How does the effect trigger? Whenever you target, that means you take the backstab, click on the minion, +1/+1, then backstab. You click on the eviscerate, attack the minion, and then the +1/+1, if I'm not mistaken. Because whenever you target, and not whenever a spell hit or something, that would mean that in backstab eviscerate would bring him up to 7 HP and only deal 6 damage, for example. That would bring him out of range of such spells. Same for Shield Slam. For Shield Slam, you need definitely 6 armor to kill him then. Shield Block, Shield Slam wouldn't be enough. But there, you have to see how the trigger goes. I would say target, it goes before the damage. So he gets +1/+1 before the damage. That's going to be really interesting to see. Blackrock Mountain. Damn, guys. So interesting. Dragonkin Sorcerer. I'm looking so forward to it. In the end, there will be definitely a sum up of all the cards again when it gets released. And also, we're going to play through all the wings, obviously, and release that on YouTube. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you want to see more. I get some interesting content planned. But currently, we're streaming really, really early, starting 7 mostly. And that's kind of destroying the brain. So, hope you enjoyed the content. Watch my other videos. Have some fun. Thanks for coming. Thanks for subscribing, hopefully, watching, dropping by this stream. And I hope to see you soon again. Here, Twitch, YouTube, I don't know, man. Bro, Brodette, wherever. I would love to have you here. Goodbye, and have a wonderful day.